Hi guys, so today we're having a look at two of the new matte base skin products from Makeup Revolution. I've got the foundation, which is £5 for 28 mils, and the chunky concealer, which is £3 for 8 grams. So I quickly grabbed the shades See Free. I was in a rush, and just look how chunky this guy is. So the packaging's all kind of like a matte finish as well, just to go along with the fact that it's a matte base. And let's see what kind of claims they're making about this foundation on their website. So, make your matte made in heaven. Oh, it's pun time. With our latest addition to the Revelation Foundation family, Matte Base Foundation, blah 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 blah. This foundation offers a mattifying solution for oily, blemish-prone complexions or those who simply prefer a matte finish, launching in 24 skin-true shades and a range of undertones. 24 is not the greatest shade range, but I would say for a drugstore, and they do go quite far either end of the spectrum, so I'd say it's pretty good. So boasts a long-wearing matte finish that still manages to feel lightweight and comfortable, whilst diffusing the appearances of pores for a blurred airbrush-like finish. Okay, and then let's see if I can find what they're saying about the concealer as well. Oh goody, Google's being helpful and bringing it up as a connected thing. So, cover blemishes, uneven skin tone, and counteract dark circles. Ah, my internet's going crazy. Don't you love when that happens? Okay, and counteract dark circles with Revolution Matte Base Concealer. A smooth and creamy texture that dries down to a comfortable matte finish. Yeah. So, like most, or pretty much every, I think, Revolution product, these are cruelty-free. These are marked as vegan. I'm kind of intrigued. There's a test that I always feel like I should do with concealers that I want to try out with this guy. So I have a tattoo on my wrist. Let's give that a go. Because, you know, black pigment, the scariest thing to try and conceal. And actually, that's took a lot of the colour out of that. That's pretty scary. In fact, I've got a little bit of the foundation left on my palette. Let's add that into the mix and see. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of coverage, I would say, because, you know, you're not going to have many blemishes that are as strongly pigmented as a black tattoo. So I've used these today. We've got an application section so you can see how they get on, and I'll be back throughout the day to see how it's all holding up. Right, moment of truth for whether I bought the right shades, because I was in a little bit of a hurry grabbing these. So I just grabbed the shades Free because I'm pretty sure that's what I had before in the concealer and worked quite well with. Now this has got a little foil seal on it which does not want to come off. Wishing I'd done this off camera. But it's also quite nice to see that in a drugstore foundation, that it is really well sealed, because this also had a plastic seal around the cap. Okay, I amend that statement. It's nice to see a seal if it's not put in place with like super glue or something. I had to go in with tweezers to get that off. So, got my usual little palette from Primark. This bizarrely feels half empty. Now, I know the measurements are always written on them, but I'm not very good at guessing how much product's inside. Oh my god, that is half empty. Jeez. Okay. That's a good start. So it's looking like quite a thick formula. It's just kind of holding its shape there. And yeah, so there was quite a lot of just air in that foundation tube. So I've got my usual Nancy brush. So that is such a thick formula, right? This better be good. So I've just got my usual primer on, the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot. Oh, I might have squeezed out way too much of this. Okay. I guess I got the colour right. Okay, this is looking like a full coverage foundation. Because I feel like I've tried full coverage foundations from them before and it wasn't quite like this. I mean, that initial just dab in has done basically my entire face. Okay, so on the plus side of this foundation, you need like the tiniest amount. I've squeezed out far too much. So it also says it is pore blurring. So I'm going to zoom you in a second and we will have a look at it, you know, kind of unsupported by other products. So, okay, I'm impressed. Coverage wise, I'm mega impressed. I think my pores actually look really quite good. My nose looks quite smooth. I have a spot there that's almost covered just with the foundation. That makes a nice change. Okay. I see you. I also bought the concealer to test out, so I'm definitely not going to put the rest of this all on. I'm going to do a tiny little build up here just to see how well it builds up over spots. And that's gone in a flash. Okay. Please God, can this wear all day and I will be delighted. I don't even feel like I need to put an under eye corrector on. So the stick concealer, it's a bit chunkier than I would have expected. But, you know, we'll see. I guess if you really wanted it to be more of a point or specific shape, it is cheap enough that you could probably cut it into whatever shape you really wanted. Oh wow. Okay. So I've got a nice little constellation of spots back here to play with. Thank you, skin. Honestly, see if this lasts all day. I'm going to be so happy. So that spot on my forehead still doesn't want to cover up because it's getting aggravated every time I wash my face and then nothing's sticking to it. So a little bit more coverage down my nose because that is, for some reason, that's a huge problem area with me, that it's quite red and it doesn't like gripping product. And I'm just going to go around here because I feel like I missed it a little bit when I was doing my foundation. Although, still plenty of foundation left on my palette actually as well. Hey! Wow, okay. Right. So I am going to get this set down. I'm sticking to using my usual favourite powder, the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. I don't like swapping up too many products at a time in case, you know, it gives me a bit of a false review. So let's get this set down and see how beautiful and poreless it's going to look at that point. I mean, it looks pretty matte on its own. It is a matte foundation, but I have crazy oily skin. I will always set. Especially when I've got this powder. I love it too much. I'm almost running out. The thing is, I know I still have like weeks worth left in the jar, but I love it so much, it's still like I'm looking at it thinking, oh my god, I want to buy more of you. Okay, I think that looks pretty darn beautiful. Camera's making it look a tiny bit more textured than it is in, you know, in real life. But oh my god, I'm so happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my face makeup. If anybody wants to do their check-in from now, it is 10:20. Right, just for anybody that wants a full face check-in, it's just about 10:30. This is the foundation with contour, blush and highlight on. Everything played with it very nicely, and oh my god, I really, really want this foundation to work out because it looks beautiful. So fingers crossed for me, guys. Right, so I am back for a check-in. It is actually, would you believe, 8:10. And I haven't felt the need to really do a check-in because this stuff looks great. It's a little bit shiny, but you know, nothing too drastic. Like literally powder brushing this morning with no extra product on it. We are completely matte again. So this has been really comfortable so far. Zoom you in so you can see how the pores are doing. They're still pretty invisible, I would say, across the cheeks. My nose has got a little bit of wear. My nose always does. Those patches of spots are still very much covered up. And yeah, so I will continue to go about the day, not that there's too much of it left, and we will see how this continues to hold up. At the moment, I actually think this might be about to take the place of my beloved Primark foundation. I will say there is a primer that they made to go with this. I do have it, but I haven't tried it out today. I will definitely be interested to see how well this works with its kind of friend primer, as it were. So yeah, I will be back in a bit. Right, so last check-in, or second check-in, whatever. It's 11 o'clock, so I've had this foundation on for 12.5 hours. I'm really happy with how it looks. We've got a little bit of oil, we're not perfectly matte, but the coverage is still there, and that's kind of more important because I think shine can at least be, well, it's not my taste, it's other people's taste, so I don't feel it's as obvious of a problem. Whereas if I've got like wearing off patches and red showing through, that's more of an issue for me. So if I zoom you in, I would say my pores still look very smoothed out. I mean, you can definitely see they're there, but they look better than normal. Look better than they do without makeup. The coverage has lasted really well. Yeah, and my forehead is usually a strange area where I lose foundation. A bit of a black hole scenario. But I'd say it's looking pretty good today. So I genuinely think this might have toppled my Primark off of the top spot. It's a little bit more expensive for a little bit less product. Actually, it's 12 mils less product for £2 more. So, and this only costs £3 to begin with, so it's actually probably near enough double the price. But anyway, it's still really affordable. And I definitely like the concealer as well, which I'm quite surprised about. I don't know why, I wasn't expecting to like this with the chunkiness, and I wasn't sure how well it would work under my eyes. With it being a stick concealer, it's sometimes a little bit drier. But hey, I'm really happy. We'll definitely be trying out the primer that goes with this, which is in a bag somewhere. So if you get any questions about this, leave them down below and I will get back to you. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.